Alright, what's up everybody? This is Mark again. So today is January 12th. It's been a week after my surgery, and now it's time to actually start setting some goals and kind of really what I wanted to make this YouTube channel and videos kind of all about. So there's really three things that I've got, because I put these videos out really to help you, inform you about the bike and everything. I want to use this as holding myself accountable, because I bought this bike to help me get back into a shape that I used to be in and everything else. And I'm never going to be able to run a marathon like I've done before, but I can certainly become a lot more healthier. So I got three things that I want to do over the next year. All right. Obviously, I've been watching these videos, and it's kind of humbling to sit here and watch these and kind of look at this belly that I had and everything, because I've got this picture of me when I graduated college. I became a second lieutenant in the United States Army. I was stationed in Germany. I had a former Ranger Battalion commander in Philsec, Germany, and there would be nothing on a Thursday for Officer PT for him to come in and say, "Hey, let's go run," and we'd meet at 7 o'clock and we'd go hit the tank trail in Graftonvere, and we'd go run 8-9 miles, no water, no anything else, and it was nothing. We got done with that, went home, took a shower, got back in our fatigues, and then we had our work to do for the day. So anyway, so weight loss. So weight loss is, right now I'm sitting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh in probably starting on Sunday, because like I say, I'm a week out of my surgery. I should be cleared next week to actually start getting on the bike and everything else, but no reason why I can't start ahead of time, rather than using it as an excuse to just keep on eating bad and not doing anything. So I have been walking some, but my incisions actually was spasming today after I walked like 2 miles. But anyway, so weight loss. I've got a goal weight. My current weight is probably around 237 pounds right now. I have a goal weight of 199 pounds. I just want, it's been a long time since I've been down that low, and I just want to be back in the 100s. I have a stretch goal of 186 pounds. Now, the reason why it's that is because, just like I said, when I graduated from college, that's how much I weighed. So it's almost been 20 years. Well, it's been 22 years since I graduated from college, so I'd like to get back into that. Also, for the next year, what I'd like to do is drink a gallon of water every day. I kind of want to force myself to get off any kind of Diet Cokes. I don't do that very often, but I do drink hot tea with probably more Splenda and honey in it than you could ever imagine. It's my wife kind of makes fun of me, and I actually want to eliminate that. I want to get off of the hot tea and get out of those artificial flavor or artificial sweeteners out of my system and everything. So that'll happen. I'm probably going to wait till about the March time frame to totally eliminate that. But I'm going to drink at least a gallon of water a day, and that's 2 of these. This is not going to be a hard goal for me. I drink at least 2 of these already, but what I'm really going to do is I'm going to actually record my water intake. So anyway, it'll be more of a goal of, if we go out to eat, don't order drink other than water. I enjoy water, so I don't think that'll be a very hard goal. Third goal, Peloton bike. I'm going to go into this because Peloton sent this email out that showed what I accomplished in 2016, and I believe I had 110 rides, and it was. I'll actually have to cut this because I'm going to talk about that email specifically, because I think that's just so cool what they did and everything else. So. Oh, okay. Also, number 4, since I have an artificial hip, one of the things I've been doing since I there were two things I've been doing since I got this. I used to have a VivoFit, a Garmin VivoFit, and the way it worked is it started out with 6,000 steps, I think was what it wanted you to do. So when I actually started wearing it, that's what I got. But every day that you accomplish your goal, it increased it by like 200 or 300 steps. And so I quickly got up to like 15,200. And then it scaled down from increasing by 200 or 300 to like 20. Well, I kept that streak going for like 6 months. And I got up to like, it was where I was having to do like 17,800 steps a day. And I kept that, and it was one of those things, it was a mental thing where I knew if I stopped, I would kind of break the streak. And that's kind of what happened. I ended up having to go on a vacation out of town, and couldn't get the steps in, and really it just broke it. So I really used that as my thing. Now, I've got a Garmin Fenix 3 now, and right now it requires me to get 11,534 steps, and that's not increasing or decreasing, but I'm going to use that as my average of what I want to accomplish over the year. And the biggest thing is that I think just walking with the hip, I think that's just a good goal to have, and 11,534 steps turns out to be anywhere from like 7.2 to 8 miles a day. And I'm already behind the curve because of the surgery. I've got a lot of catching up to do and everything else, so I expect to have to make up a lot, especially on the weekends. And that actually just takes a very concentrated effort to do, because it's not like I can go to the gym and just walk. This I don't know, it doesn't seem to work very well on a treadmill. I've got to get out there. So my dog Obby is a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and he's 10 years old come Saturday, and he needs to get his butt out there and walk around too. And so I generally have them on the trails every weekend, getting a workout in. So, and it's in Huntsville, Alabama. We're at the foothills of the Appalachians, so we have plenty of hills around here that we walk on and everything. So the goal is I will average at least 11,534 over the course of this next year. Now, sorry, just let me look at my, in terms of what I'm going to do video wise, I'm going to do 2 videos a week, probably on a Sunday and Wednesday. It could be Sunday or Thursday, with my goals. And I messed up. I didn't talk about the Peloton yet. For the Peloton goal, Peloton goal is I believe I have 111 rides logged on the bike right now. I think I have like four or five this year. My goal is to have 400 completed by December 31st, 2016. I have a stretch goal of completing my 500th. So, I mean, when you do the math, that's going to take, it's going to take 390 rides to get to my stretch goal, and 290 rides. So, I'm already, like I say, I'm already behind the curve, because I've lost, basically, I'm losing 2 weeks here in January. There'll be spring, with 2 daughters, there'll be spring break, there's summer vacations involved, fall break. I'll be having to double up. I've got to get together the real game plan, because one of the things I want to do is make sure I don't overtrain. And I don't think I will, because I'm actually, cardiovascular wise, I'm actually in pretty good shape. But it's just one of those things where, I might do a rhythm ride for 45 minutes, and then I'll do an endurance ride for 45 minutes for an hour and a half. I don't really plan on trying to shortchange doing 20-minute rides or 10-minute rides very often, unless I'm going to do that as a warm-up to a 30 or to a 45-minute or something. But the other thing too is that my wife has been riding a lot since my surgery, and so I'm going to have to be competing with her. And it's just kind of one of those things, when I get home, I'm the cook. When I get home, I've got to cook, clean up. It's usually 7:30 by then. And I don't generally like doing a workout, right after I eat. So There'll be nighttime things, and luckily I am a morning person. One of the other things that I'm actually going to be doing that'll just be part of my, the vlog is I use what's called the Legree method, which is kind of like Pilates on steroids. And so I've been doing that since my 10th week after my surgery on my hip, and it's been awesome. The studio is literally about 2 miles away from my house, so that has been probably one of the most instrumental things of getting me back on my feet from my hip injury and getting me back into shape and everything. So I generally do that 2 to 3 times a week. That's usually at 5:30 in the morning. So there could be times where I have to wake up at 4:15 in the morning, ride for 45 minutes, then drive to the Legree studio, get that workout in. So I also will be incorporating weightlifting back into my repertoire routine. Somehow, some way, I'll get that in there. I'm probably going to be doing crazy stuff in terms of morning, lunchtime, and at night. But I want to achieve my goal and be as healthy as I can be and look that way too. That's kind of the big thing. But the weightlifting, I used to lift weights 5-6 days a week. Didn't do any cardio. I didn't need to do that. I was young and had the right metabolism for it at that time. But I hit 28 years old and that went out the door. But way back when, I threw up a lot of weight, a lot of iron. Had a great workout partner. I used to live in Melbourne, Florida, and the day before my hip surgery, I did 405 pounds squatting. I could put 185 pounds on the squat bar now, and I'm almost doing like a one-legged squat for the hip. Every step that I take, I know that I have an artificial hip. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't regret my hip surgery at all, because the thing is that every step I take, I know I have an artificial hip. But when I stop taking steps and I lay down and go to bed at night, I'm not in any pain at all. And that was kind of the big deciding factor in getting my surgery in the first place, was that I could walk a quarter mile and then I'd be taking my vitamin I, the ibuprofen, just to kind of dull the pain and allow myself to sleep, because that hip just plain hurt from the arthritis. So anyway, so I'm going to talk about my I guess the other thing too is eating. I am going to do my best to eliminate as much sugar and processed food as possible. I will probably start out very hard starting this Saturday. I will do something called the Velocity Diet. If you go to tnation.com, I've done quite a few of the variants from years ago, about 7-8 years ago. Generally, I lose anywhere from 15 to 25 pounds in a month if I stick to it hard and everything. The last time I did it, I lost 18 pounds in 30 days, and that was actually pretty easy, because generally what you do is just protein shakes throughout the day and then a reasonable meal at night. The first iteration of it, I was doing protein shake, flax meal, and flax oil, and that was it, and I got 1 meal a day. Well, they've kind of changed this around. The diet now is much more reasonable. I kind of went stir crazy, only getting 1 meal a week, and so now this is much more reasonable, and the weight loss is much easier. So anyway, so this Sunday, I guess that would be January 15th, 16th. I'll be posting, the beginning stats and the look ahead for the week, what I plan on doing, and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you'll come along for the journey. Thanks a lot.